Hi everyone, I'm Salai Yaw Mang from Mindat, Chin State. I'm currently working with Mindat People's Administrative Committee and Chin National Council of Mindat in this revolution. As we know, there is a war, a civil war, a war against dictatorship, a war against the military junta, a war between people and the regime is going on in Myanmar. It's been going on for 3 years and we're still fighting, we are still struggling, and now we are making progress and pushing forward. In this revolution, as you know, Chin people from all over the world are actively participating and fighting against the junta. Chin people in Myanmar have been living here for millennia. We lived by our rules, our customs, our practices, and our religions, and we lived by our own tribes. But it was before the British came, and it was in the first Anglo-Burmese War that Chin people were under the British rule, and the second Anglo-Burmese War. By the third Anglo-Burmese War of 1885, the entire country was under the British rule, and for the first time in history, Chin people were under a kingdom, under a foreign rule. Chin people and the land was separated into different districts and ruled by the British. But in 1938, February 20, which will be marked as Chin National Day, the British representative and Chin political representative met in a town called Kampalet. But the British denied the local people's right, and the village headmen and administrative units leaders under the British rule, they rejected the British and they threw back all their appointment letters at the British. That was a historic moment for Myanmar and for Chin people as the first civil disobedience movement against an unjust rule. Then the British rule continued with much difficulties, much unrest. Young Chin people were becoming educated and they were aware of the political situation of Myanmar and of the world. They began to demand their rights and they began to inspire people to revolt against the British rule, to fight for independence. By 1947, May 23rd and 24th, the Japanese rule was over, the British rule was about to be over, and then Myanmar was about to have its first Union Republic. Then the Chin minister, Yaw Mang, gathered up all the divided Chin places. Phalam district of Rakhine Hill Tract, Kampalet district of Pakokku Hill Tract, and Phalam district of Chin Hill Act. All these separated Chin territories were put under Chin state and thus became one of the first states to be in Burma Union. But a union that was a lie and a sham, and Chin people continue to suffer. But now history is on our side, and we were on this fight. And the junta is being brought to its knees. And we are seeing the light, and the success, and the victory, the freedom that our ancestors fought hard. We know we are outnumbered, outmatched, out-resourced by the military junta. In spite of that, we have been making significant progress after 3 years of resistance, after 3 years of struggles and fighting. We have taken more than 40 towns back from the junta, and we are slowly gaining the upper hand in spirit, in people, and in battles. And we have set up all these administration, health, education, humanitarian, all these sectors. We are building at the same time as we are fighting against the junta. We will win this fight, and I know that we will win this fight. And when victory is ours, I hope that Chin people will have honored, dignified and decent citizens of a federal union that is true and genuine, and we will have a peaceful and prosperous Chin nation for all of us. Thank you.